Here we go. I just wanted to start by welcoming everybody and thank you, as always, for taking time out of your busy schedules. One of the #1 tips in this business is to plug in wherever and whenever you can. And we have team events that happen here in Colorado, but this is really the one time that if you are out of state or out of country, you can plug in and be a part of the team and see what you're a part of. Clearly, we're still in the summer and lots of people are away. Normally, we'd have way more people getting on, but those of you who are here, thank you so much. And I do impromptu welcome. I do want to just welcome any new people to the team. So if you have a new teammate or two teammates that you would like to come off of mute and just welcome them to the team, I would love for you to do that, and then you can put yourself back on mute. I would like to start by welcoming Michelle Pelk to our team. She lives in Boulder, and she's just a really sweet person. She works in elder care, home elder care, so she's a real heart for people, and I can't wait for you guys all to meet her. And I know, Polly, do you want to come off of mute?
Yeah. Hi. I just want to introduce Shannon. You guys can see her. She joined a couple weeks ago, and she actually nannied for me. And right away when I met her, I was like, she would be so good at this. And then she actually, it's so funny because my kids had stuck like a bunch of Arbonne stickers all over their bedroom. And she was like, what's that symbol? She was like, I've noticed that before. And she just started asking me about it. And so we talked about it and she decided to join. So I'm so excited to have her on the team and yeah, just to get to know you better too. She's really sweet.
Welcome, Shannon. Is there anybody else? Jamie, did you want to welcome Megan or Nancy?
Okay, sorry, I couldn't find the unmute. Yeah, I don't think they're on tonight, but I do have a girl I went to high school with actually, and we reconnected, and it's so exciting to get to spend time more with her and to like get to know her mom a lot more too, who's awesome and really excited about this. I mean, she's already calling me every day being like, I have this scheduled and I have this scheduled, and what do you think about this and how about this? So it's really exciting to see, like, she just retired from being a teacher, and this is her first year being retired, but she said she's just excited to do something different. She was unsure, so this is kind of the answers to what she was wondering. So,
okay, so when you see Megan and Nancy, you can say welcome. Awesome. And Maggie, did you want to, I can unmute you. Maggie, did you want to welcome, what did I just do? Crystal?
Yes, I don't think she's on either.
That's okay, because people can watch the recording.
Yes, I have a great girlfriend that I just recently met within this last year and a half or so. She had her launch party this past weekend, and she did awesome. And we have 2 hopefuls from her launch party, and she just did wonderful. And I'm excited for her to get more involved with it.
Awesome. Thank you. I love watching this team. Is there anybody else who wants to come off of mute? I'm just so excited. It's so much fun every month to see how our team is building by leaps and bounds. So awesome. Thank you. All right. So why don't I start with a little bit of housekeeping, just some dates. So if you have your calendar handy or your pad of paper, Monday, August 15th, is our next Healthy Living Boot Camp, or is the next Healthy Living Boot Camp that people can join. So the next Facebook group to start will be Monday, August 15th. It's not up and running yet, but if you post on our region page, I can get you signed up for that boot camp as soon as it's up and running, which should be by the end of this week. Tuesday, August 16th at 6:30 is our Healthy Living Earn and Learn. An Earn and Learn, for those of you who are new to our team, is a once a month get together. Again, we have it here in Denver. That is a party that you can bring guests to. You don't have to host it. You don't have to bring anything except for a catalog and your guests. Somebody else will do the presentation, and this month we are so lucky that Polly is here in town, so she's going to do our healthy living event, our next Earn and Learn. So the earn part is that you can bring guests, and it's not something you have to host, but you can actually earn money from bringing your guests. But the learn part of it is so that you can learn these presentations. So we say your ticket in is a guest, but I would bend the rule if you are just coming without a guest, because it's so good to hear these presentations over and over so that you get comfortable with the script and knowing what these presentations are about. We always try to Zoom these calls. So if you are out of town, you can actually Zoom in and you can share the link with guests if you want them to Zoom in as well. So that's what an Earn and Learn is. Tuesday, September 6th is our next United VP meeting. That's our once a month Discover Arbonne. So another great way to plug in your guests or people that you would like to get in front of other regional vice presidents, national vice presidents, so that your prospects or your guests can hear about this amazing opportunity. Saturday, September 17th is our Denver Impact Training. If you are, Polly, does California have impact trainings? Yeah, okay, so if you log on, go ahead, Polly.
No, I know Northern California has Sacramento, and I think it's, I can't remember the exact date, the 27th of August. I don't know about Southern California. I do know there's one, but I don't know exactly which date it is.
Okay, so if you are in a different state, be sure to log on to your account, go under My Conferences, and you will find information about impact training. For those of us in Denver, I hope you are all registered, but if not, the $40 reduced registration is through September 3rd, and you still get a free gift, which is that RE9 Lifting and Contouring Day Cream, which is amazing. The full registration goes up to $45 starting September 4th. Get yourself registered for this training. This is like a mini GTC, a mini global training conference that we have in our local areas. Consultants are 3.5 times more likely to promote to district manager. Consultants who go to this impact training are 3.5 times more likely to promote to district manager. If you're a district manager attending an impact training tour, 2.5 times more likely to promote to area. This is another one of those key plug yourself into events. So that's coming up, impact training. And impact training is just a day. It's a day of training. You're in front of top field leaders here in Denver. We have Miranda Burcham coming. She's the one who built over 90 homes in Haiti. Stacy Pereira, Ann Wandishin, Jessica Thompson, and Dr. Peter Matravers from the Home Office, who is our big science guy, and he's adorable. He is going to be here in Denver. So be sure that you are signed up and ready to go on that. Our Ultra Challenge that we put out last month is still on. If you are participating in that challenge, could you email your upline VP with how you've done so far, and we'll just keep track of that. 2,500 in August. Some of you are familiar with hitting that 2,500 building block every month. And that's just, an average of 5 get-togethers, which is really that's basic. And hitting that 2,500 building block is a block for our bonuses, a block for promotions. This month, Arbonne is giving any consultant who hits that 2,500 the cutest stainless steel water bottle that looks like wood, and it keeps things cold and it keeps things hot. So they're giving that just for hitting what we normally do. So shoot for your 2,500 this month so that Arbonne can send you a gift. Don't you love that? And then the last thing is, I can't believe we're going to start talking about holiday stuff, but the I Want It All sets are coming out September September 1st. They are $400, but it's 500 QV, so start saving now. You know, put a little bit aside because you're gonna want this holiday set to bring to your holiday presentation starting October, November, December, and then after December you can give them as hostess gifts or use them yourself. But start putting, you know, I am very frugal and we are a saving family. So when I know there's something big, I don't spend a lot of extra money on stuff, you guys. But if I know something big is coming up, like I Want It All or a global training conference in April, I'm going to start putting a little bit aside so that when it comes to that time, $400, I've already planned for it and it's not taking away from Christmas gifts or anything else. So be smart about your money. Okay, that is all of my housekeeping. And so I want to go into just really quick recognition because we had some recognition for the month of July. And I always want to make sure that we take some time to recognize those people. You guys, I am going to try to share my screen here because I have to show you this. The first people I want to recognize are our Arbonne VIPs. The first one is, this is Landon Allen. This is Lena Winkler's new baby. Isn't he cute? And then the other one is, this is our other VIP. This is Carson Lachlan, who is Athena's new baby. And they were born like within 24 hours of each other. So welcome to our new Arbonne babies, our Arbonne VIPs. Could you guys all see those pictures? Okay, good. All right, so we have a lot of district managers in qualification. This is the first level of management. Okay, you're in qualification this month. You can finish next month or the following month if you just keep doing what you're doing. So Crystal Hector, Megan Souther, Ellie Dice, Lindy Roth, Janine Kenny, Sherry Jeffries, Ellen Arrutia, and Carrie Anderson. You guys, if you can get into qualification, you can finish district manager. Give yourself that pay raise. If you're not sure how to get there and you haven't set your goals yet, get in touch with myself or your upline area manager and let's get that done. You can do this in August. We are just starting our explosion right now. June and July, we're kind of slow. Where you are in your businesses right now is where we were almost 2.5 weeks into last month. That's how much further ahead we are this month. So you can do this. We're just starting to build this momentum into our holiday season. And our 2500 club this month, we're Jamie Brown, Valerie Armstrong, Maggie Crawford, Melissa Doro, Lauren Arrutia, and Athena Gardner. So awesome job on your 2500, you guys. And everybody can do this. And grab that water bottle this month. Okay, so let's get right into this, the meat of why I wanted to talk to you guys tonight, because everything that I've been hearing over the last few months is my hostesses keep canceling on me. So if you have done the groundwork and the hard work of actually scheduling the get-togethers, that's like 99% of, the work. Let's go the extra mile so that our hostesses will hold those dates, because it's frustrating to have a full calendar and then by the end of the month you're like, well, I booked 6 and I had 1 because people cancel. Now, keep in mind that life gets in the way. So there are snowstorms, there are sick kids, there are real legitimate reasons why our hostesses may need to cancel. But I think there are a lot that just don't get the good hostess coaching to get them excited to hold their get-together. So when I'm talking about a hostess, I'm talking about somebody who's agreed to have a group presentation with you. And you can call it a presentation, you can call it a workshop, a get-together, you can call it a party if you want. Personally, I call them get-togethers just because it keeps me away from the party stigma, but parties are fun too. So call it whatever you want, but if you have 2 or more people in the room, that's a get-together. And your hostess has grabbed those 2 people for you to come and share with. Once you have it booked, it's so important to host your coaches. I'm going to say that all night. Coach your hostess. It's simple and it doesn't take very long, but it's really, really important. And I wonder how many of us actually do these, actually follow these steps. So we love our hostesses. They are kind of the lifeblood of our business. It's where we find a lot of our business partners. So we want to treat them graciously and kindly and like gold. And we all know that the number one goal of that get-together is to find a business partner. And so treating our hostess really well gets us in front of their friends. And we want to walk away with a business partner. When I first started, I had no idea that that was my goal. I was just off having these fun get-togethers, great sales, great people, but I didn't know anything about finding a business partner. And so if you hear nothing else, remember, any get-together you have, you are looking for a business partner. Our second goal is to find another hostess. So you see, it's not about getting big sales. It's about finding a business partner. It's about finding other hostesses so that we can get our momentum going. So you want to book out from your current bookings. You want to keep parties, get-togethers really simple, really fun. We have scripts for our RE9 facial, skin line presentation. We have a script for our healthy living presentation. Those are the two, and we have scripts for those. So you don't really even have to mask. That's one of the skills we master along the way, but it's already done for you. So highlight, if you're doing an RE9 presentation, we always highlight the nutrition. If you're doing a nutrition, we always highlight the RE9. So we're covering both. Whatever you're focused on, you still want to book an additional event from that. Just really quickly, if someone cancels at the last minute, that's okay, because we know, life happens sometimes. But before you hang up with your hostess when she says, I'm sorry, I can't do it tomorrow, blah, 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 you can just say, I am so sorry. If her kid is sick, I'm so sorry. I hope Addie feels better. I totally understand. I have a few dates that I still need to fill. Would the 3rd, the 5th, or the 15th work for you? So give them 3 options that might work. And a lot of times if you give them 3, they'll pick one. So let them know that you still have some dates you need to fill. Give them 3 options and try to reschedule it right away. Okay, now say you have asked your friend to host or somebody to host and they have said yes. You can say, oh, that's so great. I'm so excited. Now here are your coaching steps. Here's what we're going to do. Remember, you guys, this is your business. It is your income. So it's okay for you to take charge in this a little bit. And the coaching is you want to gently lead your hostesses to a successful get-together, not only for them, but for yourself as well. So the first thing that you can do, and this is something I'm going to start doing, is write a thank you note, a handwritten thank you note to your hostess. I've actually pre-written this one, and I have 3 others that it took me 5 minutes to pre-write, stuck it in an envelope with a stamp on it already, so I'm going to have a whole bunch of these. So all I have to do is fill in their name and the date. So for instance, it says, and we'll just say, Dear Nancy, thank you so much for agreeing to have a few friends over for an Arbonne gathering on August 14th at 7:30. I'll be there about 7 to set up, and I will send you an invitation to send to your guests shortly. Thank you so much. Looking forward to a fun night. Wendy. As soon as I get home from my party and I have booked Nancy's get-together, I can fill this date in, stick her address on it, and get it in the mail that night so she gets it in the next couple of days. The handwritten note is like a thing of, nobody gets real mail in the mail anymore. So not only is this just showing how appreciative you are of her agreeing to hold this get-together, but it also gives her a little buy-in because she sees it in writing. I've agreed to do this. So take a second. I just think this is an amazing little tool. So the first thing with your hostess coaching is write a thank you note. Remember, it's handwritten. It's your way of showing appreciation right away, a gentle, kind way of saying thank you. It reminds the hostess that she's committed. So I think I just said this, but what it would look like is if I have a get together and I do my booking game. So I've gone back to handing out envelopes. And if you don't know what that means, look at your RE9 script. Be sure you are doing a booking game at your presentation so that you can book other events. So I've had my booking game, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, give me a call or email me and I can walk you through it. And then I'm going to send a note to my new hostess as soon as I get home that night. Okay, that was number one, write a thank you note. Number two, send an invitation to your hostess right away. It's okay for you to give her an invitation. If you don't have Red Stamp, that free app, Red Stamp on your phone, it's an awesome tool. And they're actually Arbonne templates. So all you have to do is kind of plug in a little tagline about an Arbonne get-together, fill in the name, the address, the telephone, the date, the time. And then you can email it and text it to your host. That way she has it. You can text it to your host, email it to your host, and just say, hey, when you have a second, could you look at this and tell me if it looks okay? Okay, get her okay. If she says, yep, that's perfect, say, awesome. Make sure you send it to your guests. And we try to send the invite a week and a half to 2 weeks before the event. Now, impromptu stuff is great too. You can still send an invitation 2 days ahead. You might not be able to write a thank you note right away, but it's okay if it's impromptu. A week and a half to 2 weeks before the event gives people enough time to look at their calendars. Here's the other thing. You guys know when you get an evite or an invitation, a Facebook invite, and it's to like 50 people. For me, if I see something that's like 50 people, I usually just don't even respond because I think, oh, there are plenty of people. They don't even need to know that I'm coming or not coming. They don't really care if I'm coming or not coming. With Arbonne, if you invite 15 to 20 people or 15 to 25 people, chances are you'll get 5 people there. So let your hostesses know, invite 15 to 25 people with the knowledge that maybe 5 will come. And 5 or 6 is ideal for an Arbonne get-together. Anything over that, you know, if you've had a get-together with 10 people, you know it is people. It's very hard to manage. This is different. This is not come and look at jewelry, come and try on jeans, you know, smell candles. This is 5 or 6 people is more intimate. It gives you a chance to get to know each other. I will do a get-together if only 2 people show up. So Maggie had a get-together the other day. She had 5 people say that they were going to come. Only 2 showed up. They were both consultants for different network marketing companies. Maggie could have easily said, oh gosh, maybe we should reschedule or not, but she held it anyway. And both girls, I mean, she did over a $900 party, and she has 2 gals who are interested in the business, jumping ship. So never, ever, don't you as a consultant, we should never cancel a get-together, even if it's just your hostess. So if Jamie has agreed to be my hostess and she calls me the day before and she says, nobody can come, Wendy, I'm going to say, I don't care. I already have the night off. You do too. Let's just get together and we'll talk. Because a lot of times, you know what? My hostesses are going to become business partners. And I am meant to spend that time with Jamie. So don't, as a consultant, ever cancel a get-together, but encourage your hostesses to invite 15 to 25 and let them know it's okay if only 2, 3, 4, or 5 show up. Okay, help her think about people. If she's having trouble, like, well, I have a neighbor and my sister could come. Give her some gentle, jog her mind, you know, give her some gentle reminders. How about people at your gym? I know you went to high school here. Do you have any high school friends? Your church, I know you go to church. So help her think of some other people that she could add to her guest list. As we're talking about her guest list, I'm going to ask her to send it to me. Could you send me your guest list when you have it? Maybe like tomorrow or by Friday. Could you send me your guest list? I'm not going to contact anybody. I'm not going to email them. I'm not going to call them. But I would like to familiarize myself with their names. For me, I can meet you at a get-together and say, oh, hi, Jamie, it's nice to meet you. And 4 minutes later, I can't remember Jamie's name. That is my brain. But if I have my hostesses list ahead of time, I can start familiarizing myself with their names. And that's what you can tell your hostess too. And you can tell them, I'm not going to contact anyone. Anytime I need you to contact guests, it needs to come from the hostess anyway. They're more open to responding to hear from you anyway. Let your hostesses know that this is just a side note. This is not a foodie event. Like, they don't have to be extravagant with, a million appetizers and spend a ton of money on these. These should be simple. You want them to be simple and duplicatable. So you can tell if you have a hostess that says, oh, but I love to cook. I mean, you've got somebody like Jamie. She's amazing at what she does, and she loves to do that. And I want fruit shish kebabs at my parties too. But you want your hostesses to know that it's okay if it's just crackers and cheese or veggies and hummus and bottle of wine or lemonade or whatever you're doing, because you want her guests to see that it's simple too. Food should not be the focus, and let your hostesses know that. If you're having trouble getting that guest list from your hostess, go ahead and offer them something else. If you can get me your guest list, do you think you can get it to me by Friday? I'll get you an extra gift. And it can be something small. It can be something from your holiday line. It can be a hand cream. It could be a couple of samples. It can be whatever, if you need to just kind of prod them along, so to speak. Okay, so number 3. So number 1 was write a thank you note. Number 2 is send an invitation to your hostess. Help her out with that. Number 3 is send a reminder. Ask your hostess to remind her guests a couple of days before the get-together. A call from the host or hostess, of course, is always going to be best. It gives a personal touch. But if she needs to text them, that's fine too. And it could just sound something like this. Hey, just a quick reminder about our Arbonne Girls Night on Friday. There are going to be snacks. It's going to be fun. I want to be sure I reserve your spot. Please let me know if you can make it. You can give them, be the guide for your hostess on what they can say. But ask your hostess to follow up with the guests 2 or 3 days ahead of time. Okay, number 4, get product in your hostess's hands. Okay, if your host can talk about the products at their get-together, that is gold. So if your host or hostess is already loves the products, let her talk about them when you get to that part, because her guests will trust her more than they may trust you. The best way to do that is to drop off a host basket. So you can go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, or, oh my gosh, you could probably even go to the dollar store and get a cute little basket and have a couple of baskets handy in case you have 2 get-togethers coming up close to them. Drop it off just 2 days maybe before her get-together, 2 or 3 days, and be sure she knows you're going to grab it from her after the presentation, because you don't want to be without your products and you want to be able to pass them on. Put in your favorites. Put in an RE9. Put in your Ultra when it gets to you. Put in shampoo, conditioner, makeup primer, whatever you think, a fizz stick, protein samples, whatever you think she will love, whatever you love. But here's a big thing. Don't just take it to her house and leave it on her doorstep. Ask her if she has 10 or 15 minutes to kind of go through it when you drop it off. And go through it with her so that she knows how to use it and that you know she will use it. The best parties are when the host loves the products. And here's something, because we do a lot of Zoom and Skype events. So Katie, if you're doing a get-together in New York and you can't drop off a host basket, you can, when you write that thank you note, you can add in here, hey, I put in a few things that I think you would love to use before your get-together. I can't wait to hear how you like them. Send me a note when your package arrives, when this arrives, and I'll walk you through it. And then you can drop in a sample RE9 or mascara or whatever, hand cream. So you can drop some samples in a little padded envelope. It's like $2 or $3, well worth your money. Okay, that was number 4, get product in your hostess hands. Number 5, have your hostess get outside bookings and orders. So you might say, Karis, you mentioned that you have some friends who can't attend. You could grab orders for them, and I'll add a few if you could grab some orders from them, I'll grab a few extra goodies for you. So let your hostess know that even if because people say all the time, oh my gosh, I love Arbonne, but I can't come. That's fine. Let your hostess know. Say, I can take your order now, and Jamie will get in touch with you and tell you the best way to get that for you. Or if she doesn't say that, if she says, if you're getting close to the party, you can ask, were there 2 people who couldn't make it tonight that you think would just love these products? So if your hostess invited those 25 people and only 5 are coming, you could say, were there 2 people who couldn't make it tonight that you think would just love these products? I'll send them samples on your behalf. I would love to send them samples on your behalf. And when she says, oh yeah, that would be great, I can think of these 2 people that would love it, you could say, would you mind sharing their address? And I'll send them some samples. And I'm just gonna write on there, this is compliments of Sarah. She was bummed you couldn't make it to the Arbonne presentation, but said that you'd love these products. Would love for you to give them a try and let us know what you think. So that's a great way to follow up and get those outside bookings and orders. And the last thing, number 6, is weave the business into this hostess opportunity. Show your hostess how simple this is. Oftentimes people who are willing to host for us are willing to take a look at the business. If the presentation goes well, show them what's in it for them. Maybe upgrade your hostess to a consultant. And here's the thing, so like with Maggie's get-together the other day, there was an, I don't know if it was Maggie's, but there are lots of situations like this. When you have a great get-together, you can say to your hostess, you had $500 in orders, you had 2 bookings, you have 2 more parties, and you have your friend Miranda who's interested in the business. This is all we do. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? Would you like to take a look at it? Like, we could just upgrade you or put you in as a consultant, and I can put this all under you, and you have the start to a business. But if you don't tell your hostess this and you go home and you sign up her preferred clients and you take her bookings, you can't untie yourself. So give your hostess the option first of upgrading and then tying people to her. And then find a day to have coffee with your hostess right away to talk to her more about the business. Many of our hostesses will rehost. I've had one hostess that's had 4 get-togethers for me over the past 4 years. So it's really important that we treat our hostesses well. And scheduling and setting a date is important, but holding it is even more important. So it is really important. Let's try these next couple of months to really implement these 6 steps in our hostess coaching and see if we can really hold these events. That is it on hostess coaching, and I'll stay on after the call is over if you have any more questions. One more thing I do want to, before Polly gets on and closes for us, I'm going to tell you about a challenge that I am launching for our team, for our region. And it's actually, I think Kim is going to do it for her region as well. So this is for everybody on the call. It's called a Rolling 8 Challenge. In this business, group presentations, we do them. It's just the way it goes. And you guys, most of you know my story. For the first 8 months when I joined and I didn't book a party, I thought I was going to change the way network marketing was run, and I was going to make this, I was going to do Arbonne and get to the top without ever having a presentation. I really thought this. But when nothing happened in 8 months, I realized, okay, this is simple. I just have to do what they tell me. And everything is laid out for me. And they said 6 presentations, 6 for success, 8 to be great, 10 to win. 6, 8, or 10 group presentations. If you book 10, you will probably hold 6. But if we can all, and me included, I am included in all of this, a rolling 8. book 8 in August, book 8 from those into September, book 8 from those into October. So I'm calling this a rolling 8 challenge because an object in motion stays in motion. August, September, and October, book 8 group presentations each month and document that. And I will put this flyer out on our page. We will announce the winner at our November United VP meeting, and the winner will receive a makeup case and $500 in your choice of cosmetics and or product. So that is our rolling 8 challenge. Go for it. Because even if you don't get that makeup kit in the case and you do 4 every month, you will be in momentum and you will move your business forward. But if we all commit to this rolling 8 challenge, I guarantee you will see success. So that is our challenge. And then I am going to unmute Polly, and she's going to close for us. And again, we'll stay on after to answer any questions.
Okay. I feel like this sort of piggybacks on that really nicely. So I just have a quote to read from Cecilia Stoll's Eye on Arbonne. And for those of you who don't know who Cecilia Stoll is, she's the #1 income earner in Arbonne, and she has a really amazing story. So you can actually look her EOA up on the source. So this just kind of like sums up how we can see success in this business. She said, "I've learned so much along my journey. This business can be worked part-time, but not sometimes. If you're not coachable, you won't be a great coach. There are no shortcuts. Belief is a decision, not a feeling. If you don't quit, you will make it. Your commitment is directly reflected in your calendar. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to do what you're afraid to do in spite of your fear. You cannot pass on belief to people who don't want to receive it. You don't decide your future, you decide your habits, and your habits decide your future. Whether you think you will succeed or fail, you are right. If you work your business with integrity and honor, it will be blessed. If you are not willing to grow personally, you won't be able to build leaders." So I'll leave you with that.
I love that. I love all of that. And I think if you guys have a chance to look up that EOA and get that list of tips that Cecilia has learned along the way and just post them on your wall as a reminder that we all go through the same things. This is not get rich quick. It may not be easy, but I guarantee it is worth it, you guys. This is so worth your dreams. And this is an amazing team, and I love you guys. And those of you who need to get off, please feel free to log off. I'm so glad that we got to spend this time together. And we'll see you soon. And anybody who wants to stay on and ask questions, please feel free to do so. Love you guys.
Thank you, Wendy. And Polly.
Well heard.
Anybody have any questions?
Wendy, can you hear me?
Yes. Let's try to see what's
Can PCs order the I Want It All or just consultants?
Well, good question.
Well, that's a really good question. I believe that I Want It Alls are only available to consultants, but you can purchase them for your preferred clients.
Okay.
Let me double check on that and I'll post it, Maggie. Great question. I'm gonna write it down.
What's usually included in the I Want It All?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a really good question. The I Want It All is our holiday line.
Okay.
We have 2 I Want It Alls. One is the holiday line. So the holiday brochure, is that out? The holiday brochure, and it will be just holiday items that are available through the holidays. And you want to start early on these, selling the holiday items, start early. They're still, the RE9 and the healthy living will always be our bread and butter. That is our main focus. The holiday, don't let it pull you off task. It's just sort of the vegetable and the salad on the side. But you want to let people know about them very soon because they do sell out. The I Want It All will be a little bit of everything in the holiday line. other time we get an eye on it all is in April when they launch all the new products at our global training conference in Vegas.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Shannon, did you have a question?
I did. I was wondering, what was the name of that app to make invitations?
Red Stamp.
Okay,
Red
perfect.
Stamp.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Yep, you bet. Any other questions?
I had a question. So when we get our geniuses, I've already got mine, but has anybody had experiences as getting it to their preferred clients to test out? Or how is it with that? Like,
Well, it depends when the ultras were ordered. Anybody can order them now, but they probably won't be delivered until October through January. So I know for myself, I ordered mine on April 15th. It was supposed to ship on Friday, but it still hasn't shipped yet. So we're still waiting on those. It's by date of when you order it.
okay.
Did that answer your question, Kaylee?
Well, yeah, as far as like, for like, we sampled the RE9. So would we sample the Genius to let them try it out to see if they would like it? Or is it just kind of,
Sure.
or just do that at like the parties? Like, we're here, this is the new product, you know, it's amazing.
Yes, you could drop it off and let somebody borrow it for sure. I know when Jamie brought it to our meeting the other night, she had little alcohol wipes. I'm sure it says in there what to clean it with to, what's the word I'm looking for? Clean it.
Yeah, like sanitize it a little bit.
What's that?
Sanitize it, kind of.
Thank you. Sanitize it. Maybe pass the cleaning instructions on to the person who's using it. But you can absolutely lend it out.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. Anybody else? Okay. Well, have a great night, you guys. And if you haven't, if you want to sit down and do your goals and you haven't done that yet, don't hesitate to give me a call. Okay. Good night, everybody. See you soon.
Bye.